of our West Coast media came with us back here to Lawrence. It's good to see everybody. We played a very good team. I watched Seth Greenberg today talk about the fact that he picks them in the Final Four. And so a team that's picked in the Final Four and we're playing at their house, I thought our guys kind of found a way to scrap and stay in the game. And that's the best you can say when you don't shoot the ball well and you put a team at the free throw line 18 more times than you. Those two things are a recipe for getting your rear end handed to you by about 25. So the fact that we played them to 10 in some realms is pretty good. The other realm, we were disappointed with things that we had worked on very hard in terms of taking care of the ball better. We didn't do a very good job of that in our book. And we just, the idea of not shooting the three ball well made it awful difficult on us. They have a chance to be really, really special. Obviously, you guys all know this. Their length, they're athletic, they defend, they're physical. I mean, there's really not a whole lot of weakness on the defensive end with that basketball team. I mean, they're really good. And so I don't know if we'll play anybody the rest of the year that defends the ball quite the way they do or defends as well as them. When it plays about us, I think our big fella showed that he can play with guys at this level like he showed last year and he showed the year before. You know, having 22 and 13, going against two big guys most of the time. And with us not knocking down threes, it allowed them the luxury to play even more off onto him. So there is pressure on us to knock down threes to help spread the floor. We tried different ways to get the floor spread. Really didn't do a very good job till later in the game and giving him some good isolation looks where he got to play a little bit. Outside of that, Bill Self does an awful good job, something you guys know too well.
Any questions?
Hey, Coach, what impact did Graham have for KU in that first half? You were playing them tight.
Well, he did a really good job. He's an awful nice player. I thought him making shots really helped him. When he started knocking down a few shots for him, it really helped a great deal. He's just got such a nice feel for the game, and he got the crowd definitely into the game. And I thought they capitalized when the crowd got into the game, both halves. They did a good job. At the same time, I like the fact that we regained our composure and cut back down the lead. But Graham's a very special player. They knew that when they got him.
What do you think the difference was there in that early run in the second half where they kind of spread it out a little bit?
Well, I thought we turned the ball over and led to some easy buckets. That really hurts. And we didn't rebound the ball very well in the second half, so they got several second shots. And then it's pretty tough to consistently defend when you don't make shots. It tests your mental toughness. And I thought we wilted a little bit when we couldn't make shots. You saw our guys' heads drop down. And I thought they really capitalized on that. So we made some turnover mistakes that gave them quick buckets, easy transition buckets. And then they capitalized on some offensive rebounds and putbacks.
We're going to have one more question for Coach.
Coach, even when they didn't force turnovers, their pressure maybe feed you guys up a little bit with shots and things like that?
I don't think he did so much with shots. I was actually relatively pleased with our shot selection. I mean, there's a few of them weren't so good, but I thought for the most part we got pretty good shots. I thought it sped us up with the ball and we made some mistakes and it got us, you know, and I encouraged our guys to get further from the basket. I wanted to actually spread the floor and more with the hope to get some penetration, or if they're really going to chase us that far, to hope to get Al a little more room down low to work, give him some more room to operate. They're just awful good. I mean, they're good.
Thank you, Coach.
And John, can you describe what it was like to go against their defense?
They were a very good defensive team. We knew they were going to pressure the ball, you know, go up the lanes and try to get easy steals. Rush us just a little bit. We had a couple, you know, silly turnovers. Take those away and the free throw battle away. I mean, I think we would have still been in the game, but I felt like we were a little rushed at times. Then when we capitalized and stayed patient, we were, you know, in the offense, getting the ball inside and getting the shots we needed to. Just didn't make enough.
Any more questions?
Alan, how do you feel like the atmosphere here affected you guys? Do you feel like at the start, some of the guys might have been, maybe that affected the shooting a little bit for some of the guys, or?
I don't really know too much. When you go in front of 16,000, it's a different atmosphere. You know? I mean, it's something that we probably will never get to experience again, just in the home of college basketball, started here kind of thing. It was a great opportunity for us and a great environment. But to answer your question, I don't think it changed the way we shot the ball. I think we just didn't make shots. You have guys out there uncharacteristically missing shots, and it's something that we're not accustomed to. We're a better shooting basketball team than we showed out there today.
John, how did it feel emotionally, 3 years of injuries, and here you are finally getting into a season, and it's here at Bog Allen Fieldhouse? Did you have to pinch yourself a little bit that after all you've been through, that here you are finally getting to play, and it's at a place like this?
I mean, you know, just growing up as a little kid was a dream come true. I mean, why not let this be your first game at Allen Fieldhouse to play against the #5 team in the nation? Felt great out there. You know, first game really being back as a Division I player, fouled out. You know, I take full blame for that. But I think, you know, I had a good feel for the game for missing, you know, 3 seasons with multiple injuries. Now I'm only going to get better, and coaches know they still believe in me, my players still believe in me. But I love the atmosphere, I love the crowd, I love my team, and it was just, I thought it was a great game. It's a good battle between 2 good teams.
You know, you've been putting up All-American type numbers for a couple of years, and did it tonight again against one of the better teams in the country. Were you a national recruit, or?
No, I don't think so. National recruit? Nah, I don't think so. Did
What?
have a lot of offers coming out of high school.
Why do you think that is?
Undersized, maybe not the right exposure, whatever it may be. The coaching staff here at UCSB saw something in me and has been there for me through everything first, and I'm just extremely blessed to be able to play for Coach Williams and to play for this team and to play for a university is well recognized as UCSB. Just to get an education from there, the ability to play basketball at school against schools like this is awesome.
They threw about everybody they had at you. And how did you feel they matched up with you, and specifically Cliff Alexander, #2, the big freshman they had?
Cliff was impressive tonight. I think him knocking down those free throw line jump shots is what people wanted to see from him. They had 4 big dudes come in rotation, so it was a bit tiring, but at the same time, my teammates found me in the right spots, and I was able to get some pretty good looks and find some open teammates. And I think that's what the thing is if you're bringing 2 on me, and somebody's going to be open. And I think we just got to continue to work on cutting and moving the basketball when I get that double team on.
Maybe not during the game, but do you ever look at a guy like Cliff, you know, now that you're a veteran and older man like that, and look at him and see his potential and think what that could be?
I think he's great. I mean, I've heard about him, didn't know much about him until today. Obviously, the guys here at Kansas are pretty high on him. I think he has a good chance. He's long, athletic. Like I said, he shows that he can knock down that 15-footer, and who knows?
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.